Welcome back to FetchQuest. We're still reeling from the loss of a party member. Domikos is MIA for right now. He should be appearing sometime in the stream, or maybe not. We'll keep you updated as we get information. All right, and I believe Kara was going to delight us with a catch-up of last session.
So salty. Last we left off, the party was attempting to sober Bareth up in order to have a serious talk about our next steps and plans. However, that was cut short by a child, aka a teenager, yelling for help as he ran down the path that we were on. Someone decided that we should go help them, so we followed the kid to a hut in the middle of the forest where his grandmother was wasting away with a disease that Damikos identified as the Great Wasting, which ravaged port towns in Kel and Marath, and the only cure was by burning the bodies. The old woman said something about getting them a unicorn horn and blood to create a poultice. Team Human would have liked to just get the fuck out of the forest. Tiefling, however, wanted to seek out the unicorn, despite knowing full well how important they are to the ecosystem. So Garen makes a promise to the kid that he'll help the grandmother, and the party sets off deeper into the forest in search of what only Garen knows to be as an elven village near where the unicorn glade is. And we encounter a rude but pretty honest elf sitting in the middle of the road who tells us to go speak to Felipe, the guardian of the glade, and in an attempt to shut Bareth up and stop him from panicking, we gave him the last of the razor bark. We made our way deeper into the forest and came across Felipe, the glade guardian, and a hill giant appears because Felipe doesn't want us to go kill his god. Eventually, Felipe is downed, sending Daryl, the hill giant, into a rage, which knocks both members of Team Human out. And unfortunately, we end up losing Bareth and have a run-in with Cheshire Knight that no one is in the mood for. And we have to bury Bareth and Felipe, and then we leave. But not before Kara yells at Garen. So yeah, now we're on the road, like 30 feet apart. Because he's just barely keeping me within the range of pass without trace.
And with that completely emotionless and non-salty at all summary, we go back to the road. Kara, Domikos, and Garen are traveling. After about 30 minutes of walking in an uneasy silence, which one of you is leading again? I believe it was Kara?
It's me. I think Team Tiefling is in the back.
I like how you split everything in racial lines too. That's great. So, Kara, you see a brown paper wrapped package in the center of the road.
I don't like that. I'm gonna stop walking. Because the last time we saw something, I kicked it and it was bees.
You're about 25 feet away from the package.
I don't have a stick long enough for that. I don't have detect magic either. Yeah, I just realized it's only me and Alakai, technically.
Yeah.
Shit. This is gonna go terribly. Have they caught up to me yet?
Yeah, Garen, you've caught up to her. Domikos is kind of hanging out behind.
I'm going to look to Kara and I'm going to look to the package. And I'm not going to say anything, but I am going to walk towards it.
Cool.
Okay.
As you walk closer to it, you see that it's wrapped up. It's very carefully prepared. Like, this was not just slapped together. This was planted here with the soul. Like, someone was meant to come across this package.
Oh no. Those are the worst kinds of packages to find in the woods.
It's rather large for a package. It's about a little bit bigger than a human head.
Oh, that's awful. Why would you say such a thing? What's in the box?
As you reach the package and you look down, there's a note tucked underneath the twine.
Oh no.
I'm going to glance back to our two other party members. Is Kara still keeping her distance?
Oh, fuck yeah, I haven't moved.
Okay, that's good.
I have 6 health. You think I
Garen's
can go up with you to a mystery package?
I'm
No.
going to motion for her to back up a little more.
Okay.
And I'm going to draw a sickle. And gently, like... Well, first I'm just going to, like, nudge the package, see if it, like...
It doesn't
does
budge.
anything. Okay, doesn't budge.
Yeah. It, like, you have to move it with a little bit of force in order to get it to slide.
I'm going to gently try to, like, slide the sickle blade under the twine and, like, pull it up and try to just, like, pull the note out.
Okay. You managed. I'm not going to make you roll for that. You successfully do that.
Yeah.
Are you holding the note in your hand?
Yeah.
So it says "all day" on it.
Oh no.
And it's folded in half.
God fucking damn it.
I'm going to glance back towards Kara again, make sure that he and Damocles are still the only ones standing there.
Make a perception check.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Oh God, I have to hop to that.
22.
They are not. There is a figure, a very small figure, in a bush behind them. And they seem to be watching you, Garen.
Small figure in the bush.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have that cantrip.
They don't seem to be moving at all. Just watching you.
I really want to open this box. But it's like... Screw it. I'm just gonna, with the note, I'm gonna walk over towards Kara.
Sure.
I'm going to hand it to her, but then I'm going to try and whisper also. There's someone in the bushes.
Fun. Great. Just what we needed. Stupid fucking box. And a stalker.
So you do have a note. It is folded in half, and it does say "all day" on the top.
God, is it in blood?
Make an investigation check.
Oh God. Why did I ask that question? Here's my investigation. Why is it rolling?
Because you guys have advantage toggled.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's just 20 then.
There
yeah,
you go.
20. Yeah, that's perfect. Sorry, just got weird news. No, although it is red, it seems to be made of ink rather than blood.
That's good. Ish. Yeah. I hate to ask if I recognize the handwriting or not.
With that 20, you do not.
Okay.
Actually, no, you don't.
Thank God, I guess.
You can thank whoever you'd like. I'm sure they're not listening.
They're not.
Oof.
There we go. You know what? No God would put me in this situation except for the one that we met that tattooed us.
Was that a god?
I don't know, DM. Was it a God?
I don't know. Kara, was it a god?
Gareth didn't let us get a word in edgewise. We don't fucking know.
We're just shit talking the entire.
Talking this fucking God. I turned advantage off though, by the way. So.
Yeah,
Cool.
I did too.
Welcome,
What do I have?
Damakos.
Hey. Shit. I don't have anything remotely useful for making things seem, except for fire. Which bush?
Right behind you guys.
Ah, that's fun. I don't want to acknowledge it because then it's gonna come out and attack us.
Is it?
But also, there's this fucking box.
I'm gonna go and open that box, and
Great.
if it's some sort of surprise attack, you'll hopefully be able to turn the tables on them watching us.
I'm gonna pull out a dagger, not the dagger. One of my 15 daggers. Not including the story relevant one.
So you just have a folded over note in your hand, and you're not going to open it and read it?
Oh, I thought like you unfold it and it just said, oh, my bad.
On the top it says all day.
I misunderstood you. I'm going to open it.
So you open it, and it says Old Day and her stupid friends.
Oh. Does it say more than that?
Oh, yeah, it does. It says, I've got to give you a hand.
Oh, no.
I never expected you to get ahead of us and cut down 3 of us.
Garen, don't open that box.
Love, smiley face.
Don't open it.
Okay.
Three? Oh, that's right. They travel in packs. What?
You need a little more health.
Hold on. I'm currently writing down the note. I have to use an emoji smile for this. That's all I've got. I don't have creepy clown smiles.
What?
Oh no, I do. I just don't want to use it. I don't know. The emoticon smile is better. Anyway, don't open the box. There's probably a head in there. And it's probably Bert's head. And I don't know how I feel about that.
I can try and flush out whoever's watching us.
Yeah. Probably. No. I mean, we're probably gonna have to open it before we go. I just don't want to open it now. Yeah, I don't like being watched, but also there's a head in the box. Let's deal with one problem at a time, shall we?
Bush first.
I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the bush.
Make an attack roll.
Why do I keep closing my character sheet?
Because you...
Firebolt. Firebolt is... If I just click on it, will it roll it for me?
It should, yeah.
Oh, cool. Neat.
23 to hit?
Yep.
Yeah, you hit. Go ahead and throw damage.
Cool. How do you... Nope, that's not what I meant to do.
If
I'm
you
just gonna-
click Firebolt the word, it'll roll the damage.
I did not click Firebolt the word. Nope. I'm just gonna...
In the
um,
Cool.
Oh.
So, you fire a firebolt and you hear a familiar yelp. And Charles, the teen, comes tumbling out of the bush. He looks up at the three of you. I didn't expect you to hit me.
I didn't expect there to be anyone following us.
Well, you guys didn't come back to the house. Did you get the horn?
I'm gonna look directly at Karen.
I'm going to it's Charles, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That Charles.
Mm-hmm.
It's that Charles.
Yeah.
Garen's going to start walking up to Charles. And when he gets up to him, he's going to look him in the eyes as he puts a hand on his shoulder and is just going to say, you know, I think I'm probably going to have to do what I should have done from the start. Kid, your grandmother, she won't make it.
But you promised. You have the horn, right? And the blood? If I have those, I can make a poultice and that will cure her. You promised.
Your nan's sick with something that can't be cured with a hodgepodge
Did you get
of ingredients.
the horn?
If I took that horn, this whole place could probably be a hell of a lot worse right now. And you know what? I'm going to tell it to you straight, kid. I don't think it would have worked anyway.
He
My-
angrily brushes your hand off his shoulder. You broke your promise to me.
That I did, kid.
You killed my grandmother. You You're a snake. You want to lie like a snake. Then be like one too. And he takes out a little dagger and he cuts his hand and he flings 3 droplets of blood land on Gareth's tunic, and he starts to speak. It's a language none of you recognize, though Kara feels the dagger's presence grow. The emptiness gets deeper. And then the kid marches off into the trees.
Garen is jeez. That's he's just gonna turn around to look to the others, just face like a coldest of stones. He's just gonna start walking.
Probably bury this head. You should probably open the box and then bury the head, honestly.
Well, let's see what's inside.
It's probably Bert's head, quite frankly, according to this note.
Garen's gonna just keep walking past them towards the box.
Sure.
I cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
I open the box from a distance.
What's in the box?
So you undo the twine falls. There's still the brown paper that's covering it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can take that apart with your mage hand.
Yep.
And just a regular brown box. You lift the lid. None of you guys can see in it. Garen, you're about 10 feet away from it. When you do approach it, you see that it is a stone hand. Looks to be a right hand belonging to some sort of statue.
These fucking clowns have me paranoid.
I'm going to pick up the stone hand.
Sure, it's heavy.
Yep. There's no way I could tell what statue this kind of probably came from at all.
You can absolutely try to make a history check, but you would have disadvantage not being from this region.
Yeah. I have a feeling, but that's just a guess. But I am going to hold it up so that the others can see that it's just a stone hand.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. You know it's not from Moroth.
Well, the only person from this region of the world is dead. So we can't ask him. I don't know. Do you want to carry the fucking hand with you?
I'm going to just reach
On it?
out with my arm and just drop it and then just keep walking.
Is there anything else in the box?
Do you look in the box?
Yeah, I might as well.
The box starts to fill with confetti.
Ah, fuck these guys. Kick the box over.
Confetti just starts spilling out onto the ground.
Like endless confetti?
Are you sticking around to find out?
I'm gonna hold it upside down and just like carry it while we walk.
Yeah, sure. You're leaving a confetti trail, leading whoever's following that trail right to you. Got it?
If it stops eventually. If it doesn't, after like half an hour, I'm gonna drop the box.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not stopping.
Drop the box.
Cool. So, you guys continue heading on. And as the sun does begin to set in the sky, you come across a small outpost. In the center, there's a statue of the hero Gerard, who is missing his right hand, and he has a big red smile painted on his face. To the left are some closed stalls, and right at the base of the statue there is a large hay cart that is missing its wheels. And then there's an inn with a small smithy attached to it.
I remember what happened the last time we tried to go to anywhere with a smithy.
I mean, only you do at this point because the
Yeah.
rest of us were locked out.
Yeah. Can I make a perception check to listen to hear if I can hear like people around this town, or does it sound like just silent?
Sure, make a perception check. Yeah, there's definitely people in the inn, drinking, talking. There's smoke coming up from the chimney.
Have its wheels. I mean, besides the obvious answer of bandits, but what the fuck are they gonna do with wagon wheels?
Been a very long day.
I'm gonna peek in the cart.
It's filled with hay.
Well, that's...
However, make a survival check.
Oh no. I was about to say that's comforting and it's not. Nope.
I mean, there are tracks everywhere. Looks like a frequently used outpost.
There's nothing else on the statue. Hopefully.
Not that you can see.
Thank God.
Then again, it is getting darker, so.
Yeah.
Go in or continue and camp outside.
I'll check the inn.
Sure. So you go and you open the door. There's a large orc woman behind the bar. She's pouring she's pouring a few shots for two people sitting at the bar. There's a half orc man who's sitting in the corner. He seems to be playing cards. There's another figure in the back, and then there's a kid who's eating what looks to be a mincemeat pie. There's a large fire. There's a dog at the kid's feet. It's a pretty nice, warm atmosphere inside.
When we came to this place, did it look like there was like a any like normal homes or anything?
Not really. I mean, there is building attached to the backside of the inn that you could assume would be rooms, but there don't seem to be really any houses built.
It's an outpost, not a village.
I'm gonna walk up to the half orc bartender.
She's a full orc.
Oh, she's full orc. Okay.
Half
Yep.
orc in the corner.
I'm gonna walk over to the orc bartender.
She caps the drink she's currently pouring, puts it on the shelf behind her. What can I do for you?
Looking for rooms for the night.
How many?
3.
3. All right. We got some spares in the back. It'll be a silver each.
All right. Garen's gonna look to his dwindling funds. Get out 3 silver.
Yeah, didn't you take Barrett's corner?
I mean, I didn't. If one of you did, you were working on burying him longer than I was.
No, you took it from him.
Yeah,
when
you
he
did.
got drunk.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
And I never gave it back.
you didn't.
Nope.
Ah.
So you should be stacked right. Actually, he did spend a ridiculous amount on alcohol. So
Yeah. Gareth was burning through his money like it was made of elves.
That's
There was still
terrible.
a lot. There was still a lot of gold in there. There was
Yeah.
at least like 60 gold in there.
she takes the 3 silvers, tosses it under the bar, pulls out 3 iron keys. There you go. You want anything to drink or eat?
I'll take some ale.
Sure. 2 copper.
Okay. I'll hand her the copper.
She takes the copper, pours you a big frothy mug of ale, puts it in front of you. Just give me a holler if you need anything.
Thank you.
Yeah. Name's
I,
Camille.
Nice to meet you.
And she heads off to the other side of the bar. So, what are you two doing outside in the dark?
I would have followed in.
Oh, followed in? Gotcha.
I am gonna, now that I have my drink, walk over to the door and open it. Motion for Kara and the others that it's safe by holding up the keys.
Follow.
Cool. So, you guys step in. Looking around, you see the same people I described earlier, and the figure in the corner shifts more to show themselves in the light. Zon, do you want to describe yourself?
Fuck, do you spell that?
Zon.
Ah, that's easy.
Zon is a. Let me pull up my description so I don't just go off my head. Sort of large greenish brown half orc in a. At the moment, I believe it's splint mail. Let me just make sure because I forgot. Yeah, splint mail with large shoulder pauldrons. He is sitting there playing cards to himself at the moment with the ale in front of him. However, it doesn't look like he took off his shield as his left arm is completely obscured by it as it sort of runs from forearm area up to shoulder. He's got a large greatsword on his back that is sort of slung over the chair at the moment. He's got very finely combed back black hair at the moment. For a half orc in large armor, it is sort of off-putting. Yeah.
So there's 2 half orcs in here.
Yep.
Garen's just without a word. He's gonna walk back over to the bar to take a seat and just start drinking.
Damokos will go up to the bartender Excuse
What
me.
can I get you?
Could I get some ale and some something to eat, please?
Sure. What do you want?
Well, what do you have available in this your establishment of yours?
I got bread. I got meat, eggs.
Have some meat.
Gotcha. That's going to be 50 copper.
All right. Right. I hand over the copper.
She takes it, gets you a nice frothy mug of ale, slides it to you, disappears in the back, comes back about 5 minutes later with a leg of some bird on a plate.
Thank you much. I'll take it and sit at the bar.
I'll just take a key and go find our room. Like a
Cool.
room.
So your room is about midway down the hall to the right. It is a long hall. It has about 30 rooms in total in it.
Oh boy.
And it's made. The outpost is made for traders, so the rooms are a little bit extra, a little bit large. So about 15 doors down and onto the right, there's your room. It's simple. Smaller bed stuffed with hay. It has a chest to put your clothes in, and curtains over the window.
Are they closed?
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Before
gonna
she
leave them
gets
like
inside
that.
her room, I would like
Oh.
to follow her down.
Oh, great! Do I notice that there's a half-orc?
I'm not being
Following me?
stealthy.
Great.
As you get to your door, you kind of turn and look, and the half orc that was playing cards, he's kind of walking down the hall.
Gonna quickly unlock my door and shut it behind me as fast as I can because I have a strength of 9. I can fight this man.
Sure.
Hail,
shut your-
Sort of walk
Nope.
over to the door and sort of lightly rap on it. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Can I point to whereabouts I think the bar would be where my party members are sitting so I can cast message?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to cast message to Damokos. There's a half-orc knocking on my door.
Yeah, Damokos, you get the message.
Right. I can reply to a message.
Assistance would be appreciated.
After finishing up the leg of whatever bird I'm eating here. Finish off my ale. Thank Camille again.
She nods.
Grab a key and I head into the hallway.
Sure. So you
Yeah.
do see that there is a half orc standing outside of one of the doors. He's gently wrapped on it. Now he's just kind of standing there.
Oh, God.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello, friend.
Pardon me for asking, but is there something I can help you with?
You personally know. I
Oh,
was
great.
only waiting for conversation. You did come in with her, the woman in the room, correct?
That is correct.
What's her name? Per chance that you know.
What the fuck? Why?
I need to make sure.
I'm gonna knock on the door and be like, "You can open the door now. I'm here."
Yeah, because that's real comforting. But I opened the door anyway.
Why, hello. Greetings. My name is Avon Masverick. First of his name, House Masverick. I'm sorry, you look very much like someone that I'm looking for. However, your
As soon as he
hair-
says that, I cast Thunderwave.
Oh God.
Sure.
Oh,
Both of you guys make
Thanks.
saves.
Sure.
Back just in time.
It's a
So
con save.
everyone stops in the bar. And Karen, you guys hear a loud boom.
It's a con save, right?
Yeah.
Aaron's gonna put down his drink and stand
You
up
s-
and turn around.
Damn. All right. Fuck, Tomikos.
oh, that's good. Good.
So, Garen, what you see is as soon as the boom sounds, the half orc that was playing cards goes, "Fucking hell!" He reaches for a large hammer, puts it on his shoulder, and gets up and starts heading towards the hallway. And
2D.
yeah, go ahead and throw damage.
What's the DC?
The DC is 13,
Okay.
so you both pass.
Sure.
You only
I'll take 2 damage.
Okay.
A lesser me would have been very upset by 2 damage, but I'm not.
Barrett would have been swearing.
Okay, wait. What did he say his whole name was though? Because it just got jumbled.
Zon Masverick.
Son, man.
I want both of you two to go ahead and throw a history check for me.
Oh, great,
Ugh.
fun, excellent.
History, let's see here.
I
Also,
believe you're misunderstanding my intentions.
My hair is blue right now, just so everyone
Yeah.
remembers.
Domikos, he comes from another noble house in Moroth.
more off.
Yeah.
Now we're all from Mora.
So,
You're from more off. You're from more off.
hey, don't damage any of the fucking furniture. The half orc comes stomping down the hallway with a hammer.
I
If you want to fight, you do it outside. Don't
do
damage my wife's thing.
apologize. I'm very sorry. It won't happen again.
He checks like the door and the.
I'm
Like,
willing to pay for
ground
any
around it.
damages to any property.
Seen some cracks here. That's going to be a bit expensive. 10 gold.
No problem. Sort of pull out 10 gold, hand it over his way.
He takes it. All right.
I
Keep
do
it down.
apologize. We will keep it down.
He leaves the hallway and goes back to his sitting place.
I do believe you are misinformed on my intentions.
Yes, it's not often that we encounter another personage of culture from Moroth, if you will.
Fun, even fucking better. Great. And turn around and walk into my room.
It's from another noble house of Moroth.
Oh yeah, it's the slick back hair and the fancy schmancy accent.
What's wrong with my accent?
Garen would have been probably making his way over there's only a few things he considers probably would make a big boom, and one of them is in fact.
Car.
So you see the half orc. He goes back, leans the hammer back up against the table, and goes back to playing cards. Camille looks up, looks at her husband, and goes back to wiping down the bar and serving up shots to the two stall owners. And you see Damokos and Zahn are talking outside of Car's doorway.
My door's still open. I'm just pacing around inside my door, my room.
Do you mind?
What exactly do you want?
I just would like
What?
to talk for just a moment.
Who do you think I am, first of all?
Well, what is your name?
I asked you first.
Well, sorry. I wasn't exactly giving anything more than a last name. Old day. You fit the description.
I pull out a dagger.
I'm going to walk up to
Once more, I believe you are misinformed on my intentions.
I pull out another dagger.
What are your intentions? Why were you looking for?
If it will make you feel any better, here for one moment, I'm going to.
I've got 13 fucking daggers in this backpack.
Unhook my greatsword from my chest and sort of
Pulling out daggers.
double-handed, push it towards Damokos, which you can now see that his left arm is completely mechanical, with a small just circlet that just sort of goes around the bottom edge of the handle of the sword, and that's all. The rest of it up to about the elbow is 100% prosthetic that just sort of attaches to the shield, and after you take his sword, he is just with one arm pulls off the prosthetic with his other, with the entire shield, and sort of puts it over on top of the sword. I am 100% unarmed, and I am just here to talk.
Garen's gonna walk up and he's just gonna be like, I heard an explosion. Who are we killing?
Not killing anyone.
Well,
No killing. No
With
killing.
luck, hopefully not another one of our party members.
Oof.
Ouch.
No.
Ooh,
I'll
I'm gonna
put-
go get another
sick
drink.
burn.
He's gonna turn around and get another drink.
That's another 2 copper.
I didn't intend for that to come out so smoothly.
Have 3. The tip.
Oh,
Do we
Big
take like
spender.
fire damage from the sick burn?
I'm considering psychic.
Psychic damage.
and I'll put both daggers away. And I'll just motion the both of them in because I'm not talking to a half orc that knows my last name alone.
That's a little
Hey.
racist.
Everyone that's known my last name so far has tried to kill me.
Listen, not everyone.
Not everyone.
I don't know
Not
that.
all cops.
I
If the
wait for Zahn to enter.
I will enter. After
I
she
follow.
allows it.
I'll shut the door. Why the fuck are you looking for me?
That's quite a long story. Right now, I just would like to put my intentions forth that, I was following up on... The nicest way to put it is a contract out for your life. However, I don't wish to cause any bloodshed.
And who the fuck sent you?
No one, really.
So what? You're another bounty hunter, an assassin?
I'd rather think that I'm none of those things. However, circumstances have sort of forced my hand.
You only have one of them.
Thanks
Damn,
for
Kara.
reminding me.
She's
I am aware.
no mood to deal with these people.
So let me get this straight. You saw a bounty,
Correct.
decided to follow up on it,
Correct.
not collect on it.
I haven't decided that yet.
I'm gonna look at Damakos and just make my hands faintly spark. Like, can I kill him yet? I'm not comfortable with this.
There's been many opinions put towards me on this. Servants and such have given their input, random passerbys, because I am conflicted. I don't wish to cause any harm, but I don't have much of a choice at the moment. And I more or less came to speak with you both to make the decision on my own, whether I would be able to go through with it, and to find if you were a good enough person that deserved to live.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I'll do my own as well if you allow it.
Sounds good.
Go me.
You spend all your luck with that save.
Save in the history roll.
He's being truthful, for the most part. There's obviously more that you haven't heard.
Contract has obviously been out long enough for what so far 6 people to come looking for me. 1, 2, 6 people, I think. Who knows how many more clowns are out there? What are they saying I did?
I do not know.
Oh, that's very helpful.
I heard of the contract and the reward, and that was all I was told.
And you just took it. Have you just been hanging out at this outpost hoping that you would stumble across us somehow?
No. It's been a few weeks that I've been outside of Moroth, searching. Finally led up to a lead, that sort of cross path that you were in more of the closer to the border area, and here I am.
Aren't we smack dab in the middle of the country?
Yeah, it'd be more like a few
Yeah,
months. Yeah.
A few months into the travel.
Time gets all jumbled here. It's...
So they're not saying what I did because I haven't been home in about a year. I've been in Kel for the better part of this year, traveling, studying magic.
Well,
I haven't been home. I don't know what's going on.
why did you leave? Maybe that has something to do with it?
I left to study.
Inside check.
Oh man.
Nice.
Oof.
Talk
My
much.
modifier alone beats that. If I were lying, my modifier alone beats that. I'm not lying. I left to study.
Oh my god.
All right. And in your studies, have you done anything that would disrespect your family? Have you killed anyone?
Sorry, someone knocked on my door.
It's me. I'm here.
Oh God!
Is there laughter? No, okay.
I came here to study so that my siblings could focus on the family business and that so my little brother could focus on getting his own business off the ground. Because I'm not good with business. I'm barely good with magic.
As we've seen.
Well, has your family done any shady business? Maybe that has something to do with it? That you know of?
Kara's very offended. Who the fuck do you think you are? Get out.
I only wish to speak.
No.
It is...
Walk over to the door and open it. Get out. I'm not going to
apologize
have
for
my
my
motives
intrusion.
or my family questioned by a stranger. You don't know
apologize.
me. Get out.
All right. I'm going to get up and get my stuff from Domicos. Jam my arm back in. I apologize for my intrusion. Now, walk to my room.
I'm gonna watch and see what door he goes to.
He goes up the hall. He's about door 10 on the left.
If I see him again, I'm lightning bolting him. I say that to Domicos.
Well, perhaps I can maybe find out a little more information from him. Why exactly he's here, but he didn't exactly seem, at least at the moment, keen on collecting that bounty.
Not right now. Maybe down the line.
And with that, we're going to go over and hop over to Garen, who is drinking his ale. The sound of the door opening and then shutting can be heard. And there's a creak as the stool next to you gets some weight added to it.
I'm going to glance over and see who it is.
It is a figure in dark blue or black plate armor with a Templar-like helmet.
The fuck?
Hello.
Hey.
Almost done with your drink?
Yeah, might get a refill after.
I have something to show you before then.
Hmm?
Something to talk to you about.
Are there any like sigils or insignias on this guy's either cloak or helmet?
Yeah,
Possibly
sure.
armor?
He does have the crown that you saw in the cave on his chest piece.
Thanks,
Crown.
I hate
Wait, Garen didn't see that. Never
Garen
mind.
not. No. It is in Bison's journal, though.
Yep. So he has a crown on his chest piece.
Can I recognize that as like some Morathian
Make a history
is there
check.
anything?
Between all four of us, we should have all of Moral's history.
Mostly
you
if it's like
can't
any sort of
recognize
like
it.
bounty hunter or organization that hunts people.
As far as you know, that's not tied to anything. Assassin, bounty hunter, hell, even family.
I think you might have me confused with someone else.
You're traveling with Kara Uldej. You have a companion who was just killed by a hill giant, and you have a tiefling companion who is very quiet about his past.
Dominico's being called out.
You're traveling from Kelback to Morath in hopes to eradicate the bounty on her head without attracting too much attention. You have been hunted by the last laugh since you have started on this journey. You do not know when they will stop. Yes?
I'm gonna take a big swig of my drink
Turning into Barrett.
and then just set it down. So, which are you, assassin or bounty hunter?
Depends on the audience. Come. He stands up and leaves.
I'm gonna glare, watch him as he leaves, but get up and like as I'm walking, try to just slip my holy symbol into my hand, like palm it.
Sure, make a sleight of hand check. All right, you do so. You don't know how stealthy it is, but you manage to palm your holy symbol.
Yeah, my
step
druidic
outside.
focus.
Yeah. You step outside, and he is looking up into the night sky. Do you smell that? The night air? It is so refreshing. Yes?
Yeah, it's grand.
Come. And he keeps walking forward leads around to the back of the inn, past the long building attached to the back of it, and sits on a hill that's kind of looking at the forest.
You know, you're not the first night to come after us. You probably know that.
Oh? Who's the other?
The one that can turn invisible.
Literally the same guy.
You mean like this? He raises his hand and his arm from his fingertips to his elbow turns invisible and then becomes visible again.
Yeah, that'd be the one.
How
Yeah,
drunk
that
is
is me.
Garrett?
Pretty drunk.
Jesus. Why do we keep sending the drunk people to talk to plot important characters?
Well, to be fair, none of us, are there.
Fair.
So, Garen, have you ever wondered why your life is hard? Why you have seen such difficulties through your life?
It's crossed my mind.
Why you have repeatedly lost companions? Why you've seen someone who may not have been a friend yet, but was turning into one, beaten to a pulp in front of you, and you were too late to save him? How many lives have slipped through your fingers this way, Garen? How much more can you lose? And do you know the purpose of this?
That's a lot of deep questions,
Sure.
I gotta say.
But it is such a night for one. Yes? Calm sky, beautiful stars, the moon perfectly uncovered. A waxing crescent.
So, is this it?
Is this what?
The end of the hunt? No more following, and now's when you're gonna strike?
Oh. No, not yet. But I do have a question for you. How open are you to learning, to seeing?
What are you getting at?
Garen, what if I told you that we suffered so that others may prosper? Our lives, yours, mine, Kara's, Damakos, hell, even that deer. All of our lives are terrible because somewhere else, someone wants to live a happier one. Any chance at happiness, at the happy ending, gets stolen from us so that someone else can smile more. Is that fair?
That's a pretty convenient way to look at it. I'd suppose looking at it like that, to get some happiness, all you'd have to do is get rid of a few people.
More than a few. In order to free this world, you'd have to, well, some would say this world is beyond saving. We need to go free another one. I'll ask you this, Garen. If you find yourself in a room, you're always fed well, you're comfortable, there are endless books and other entertaining things, you're a prisoner, but a comfortable one. There is a door. It has a lock on it. This lock can be easily broken or picked, what have you. Outside that door lies uncertainty. Could be dangers, could be paradise. Are you content to remain a comfortable prisoner? Would you rather be free? No matter what good or bad comes with that.
Freedom, imprisonment. It doesn't really make a difference, does it?
It does when you willingly put chains on yourself.
We're all bound by something or other.
Not me.
Not you.
No. Not for much longer. For you see, I have no chains on me anymore. He unclasps the forearm part of his armor and takes it off, showing burned skin from his elbow to his gauntlet. I once was a slave, but no more. No more chains.
Sorry to hear that happened to you in your life.
Well, it is a shame to see others following in my footsteps and the footsteps of so many others. He reattaches the piece of armor. Get in. It is not too late. You must decide whether you are comfortable being a prisoner or whether you'd rather live your life in freedom. Complete freedom. Not being bound to any man, woman, God, or even fate.
It's a pretty tempting offer, I have to say.
I'm making you no offer. I'm not promising you something. I'm not saying if you take off your shackles, you'll be safe. I'm not saying if you keep your shackles on, you'll be safe.
That's
I'm
good.
providing you with options.
Well, that's
Personally,
good.
I don't care. Whether you succeed or fail, it doesn't matter in the end. Well, if you fail, it doesn't matter. There's always another chance.
I don't feel nearly as bad as saying that I decline.
Once again, there's no declination, there's no acceptance. I'm not offering you anything. What I'm saying is, you have caged yourself, my friend. Live your life in a cage or choose to be free. It does not matter to me. Just know your path has been walked 100 times before you, and will be walked 100 times after you. The only thing that does not matter is whether you choose to accept that or not. And then he gets up. You should probably get back to your group. They are probably worried. He nods, starts to walk off to the forest, and slowly disappears.
I'm just going to watch him as he goes, as I turn around and start stumbling back towards the end.
Cool.
Just shaking my head.
So he gets back to the inn. The others two. Well, three.
And I am going to start heading to my room, but he's going to take his key and he's just going to start sticking it in every one of the keyholes until he finds the one that it fits in.
Sure. So he does try to, you do get some angry people calling. Then you hit Zahn's door, which Zahn, you hear somebody shuffling around with your lock outside. Then the shuffling stops and he moves on. You eventually find your room, which is right next to Kara's.
Hey.
There's walls and stuff, I assume.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hope so.
No walls. No walls.
It's all
a
just
very
one
curtain.
big room with a bunch of locked doors.
It's actually a barracks. They just converted it.
Bother to put walls in between.
Actually, make a fucking investigation check.
Sure. Investigation.
Never mind.
Dude.
Oh, jeez.
Knight and his fancy disappearing act.
Can we hear him?
Yeah, you can. He's right next door.
Fucking
You-
freedom, fate. Fate's already decided what I'm gonna be. Just gotta lean my head up against the wall. Just
Don't pierce the wall with your horns.
Yep.
I don't know which way they go, so like, try not to.
I got no idea. I just went in my head back.
He's no longer aware of his horns.
You gonna be okay, Car?
I don't,
Are you calling through the wall at this point?
no, I don't think he ever left my room.
Yeah, I know. Is he calling through the wall to Garen?
No, I said, are
Garen's
you
in
gonna?
his own room.
Oh, he was talking to me.
Oh,
I'm like about to leave Kara's room, but I'm asking if she's gonna be all right.
gotcha. I thought you said Garen.
I
Who
imagine.
exactly are you, now that I think about it? I only know your first name and that you know a lot about Moral.
He says, "Good night."
Peace. No.
And I walk away.
He
Appropriate.
starts to laugh.
Oh no!
Weren't supposed to spoil the surprise, Morgan. No.
I can't have two people in this party trying to kill me.
Could be 3.
Oh, great. Great.
True. You don't know my last name other than that I do hail from Moroth as well. But I have always been an ally.
I wasn't expecting the sentence to finish so abruptly.
This goddamn group of cryptic answers.
It's how Damako says. Okay.
Oh man.
Can you hold something for me?
Sure.
I'm gonna take out the dagger.
Sure.
The dagger.
The
The
dagger.
curved, ornate dagger that was on the crab's back. Sure.
I am uncomfortable carrying all these things at once now that I know that we could die at any minute. And I trust you at least a little bit, and I'm gonna hand him the dagger. It makes you feel weird. You'll get used to it.
Gives you a little tingle down under.
Yeah. It's a weird fucking dagger. And I would rather have those things spread out just in case something happens to one of us. So that's fun.
I'm sure you don't want to keep it for your own defense, considering, jesters or.
Oh, because I have 14 other fucking daggers in this backpack.
Domicus, have you touched the dagger yet?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
Am I just holding it out to you like a weirdo?
You also did say it makes you feel weird, so I'd be hesitant to grab it that shit too.
I assumed I said that after I handed it to him. I didn't realize he didn't take it from me.
Well, if you are sure, I will take this from you. Now I touch it.
So as you touch it, a just wave of emptiness hits you. You feel disconnected from everything around you, as if you're a hollow shell of yourself.
Put it in my pack. Do I still feel that way?
You can definitely there's almost like a pit of emptiness in your pack, but you yourself don't feel like there's that rush of okay, I'm alive. I can feel things.
Okay.
I'm gonna lower my voice so that only Damokos can hear me, and I'm gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's what they stabbed the Arkmir with, at least in the dreams I've been having. So I don't know. I don't want to hold on to all of these things together, because if they start melding in my backpack, I don't know what I'm going to do about it.
Very well. I will carry this dagger.
That's like the second dagger I've handed to you in this campaign.
It is. It is the second dagger. It is the second dagger.
Kara only gives out daggers.
The only present she's give.
Daggers and burns.
And the occasional thunder wave.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Zahn makes me uncomfortable though, so I'm gonna.
I'm going to go talk with him a bit further if you will let me, but
I have no control over your actions.
Through the walls, you just hear, "My chains are broken. I'm free." Blah blah blah.
I'm gonna
We-
hate sleeping next to that. And no, I'm not gonna go check on him.
fair. He's probably a little drunk.
Mm. Yeah, probably.
And I'm gonna head to the door. I'm gonna pause.
Close my door.
Well, before that happens. My full name is Damokos Greycastle.
Kara, you recognize Grey Castle as being the name of a family that's been allies to your family for a very long time.
And now I leave.
I'm gonna very quietly mutter, I hate fate. I hate fate so much, and I'm gonna close the door.
I'm gonna go to Zon's door. Zon. I'm gonna knock on it.
I'll get up and answer the door. Why, hello.
Hello. I
What
do
kind of you-
apologize for my companion's hastiness
It is-
back there.
No problem. I completely understand.
I was right to fucking zap him.
Yes, when you've been traveling and been hunted by several bounty hunters or mercenaries who have taken up the responsibility of, collecting on a bounty. You can make one
Understood.
little hasty.
It's understandable. I'm new to this profession as well.
So, I figure if you would like, we could talk a bit further.
Well, unless you know more about Uday there, there's not exactly a whole lot to speak about. None of you are of my concern.
But we are traveling with.
Exactly.
Uday.
I assume you have knowledge about her. She seemed like a good person.
She is, and as far as I'm aware, before I left Morath a while ago, family is as well.
How much do I know about the Uday family?
Our main source of wealth is fashion, though they do have ties with the shipping industry.
At a ball
Though-
inside of my head.
They do play the game, but really haven't done anything of note that would be reason for a fucking war criminal like assassination contract out for Kara. And typically, if they did do something, it would go after either the head of the household or the oldest sibling or the oldest child, not the youngest.
You're the youngest daughter.
Oh, by the way, everyone just lost the game.
Damn it, Morgan!
I'm aware of them, yes. It's not exactly my prerogative to slay those who are in good standing. However, there was an outlier in this one that I don't exactly have much knowledge of her, seeing as she was not within Moroth.
Yes, and I will admit I've been detached from what's been going on in Morath as I've not been back yet. Matter of fact, we are on our way to Morath to perhaps find some answers.
Well, if I obviously don't want to impose, but if you'd be willing to let me join your ranks so I can decide firsthand, I'd be willing to go with you and maybe stave off some of these more unsavory bounty hunters.
I mean, I would not be opposed to that, but it's not my decision to make either.
Exactly my concern. I was
However,
only putting forward.
however, I will, we can speak with my companions in the morning and find out what their answer is to that.
I would be very grateful.
You know that If you do decide at some point to collect on the bounty, you'll be attacking 2 families of Moroth and not 1.
I understand.
You can be sure Grey Castle will keep his word on that.
How much do I know about Grey Castle?
Grey Castle is a little bit shiftier. It's hard to tell exactly where their fortune comes from. They tend to do a little bit of everything. Things just seem to happen around the Grey Castles.
Well, all right then. I will be aware.
Thank you. But I will... you in the morning as I'm talking with my companions about you potentially joining us. Hope you have a great night.
You as well. Good night.
Now we'll leave to my room.
Sure. So, anyone want to do anything before everyone goes to bed?
I want to mess with the box a little bit.
Sure. So you know how to open it by putting a little bit of magic into it. And you see the end of the sword.
Was there something written on it, or am I just...
No, it did look like there are runes in it, but they're really incomplete without the rest of the blade.
How sharp is this thing?
Pretty fucking sharp.
I'm debating whether or not I want to touch it.
I mean, it looks pretty fucking sharp. Sorry, thought you were handling it.
Oh no, I left it in the box because I didn't know if I wanted to poke at it or not, because I have 6 health and I don't know what it's going to do to me. If anything. Everything you give me makes me so paranoid, Marcus.
I am a loving DM.
Is it possible to just like poke myself and only do 1 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like testing the sharpness of something. You can run your finger along it. This thing is razor sharp. Like down to the microns. This may be the sharpest weapon you've ever held.
Is it still making that weird pulling towards wherever in the north?
There is. And you can see that when you prick yourself or slice your finger, the blood runs towards the center of the blade and then slides down and drips off.
And just like smear some blood on the runes.
They, for a moment, make an Arcana check.
Okay.
And you can use your spellcasting modifier.
What is my spellcasting?
Or your spellcasting stat.
It's charisma, and that's only a 2. My regular Arcana is +5.
Then regular Arcana it is.
Okay. What did I say +5? 7. Not that it matters. I got a 10.
I mean, sure. The blood does seem to get sucked in. But other than that, you can't really tell if anything happens.
Creepy. I'm gonna put it away and then rearrange my backpack the way I normally do when I'm traveling.
In the box, or?
Oh yeah, in the box. I'm not taking it out of the box if it could slice my bag open.
All right. Yeah, so you put the box away.
And I'm gonna go to sleep because now I have 5 health.
Anybody else have anything they want to do before resting?
Yes, I'm studying that dagger.
Cool.
The dagger.
Dagger.
Shit. So you can make an Arcana check. You can make an investigation check, or you can make a shit. What was that third check?
Insight.
Sight the dagger.
So you can make the Arcana check with your preferred spellcasting stat or regular. Let me know which one of those you do, or you can do an investigation check.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do Arcana with my spellcasting modifier because
It's
that's
charisma.
better. Yep.
All right.
Oh God. Okay. Got to remember the. Okay.
Oh, that's how you spell your name. That's good to know for notes.
Damn it! Complicated names only, people.
Plus. I'm proficient, so that would be. Oh, okay. Let's do this.
All right. So this dagger, you don't know where it comes from.
Of course.
As you hold it, you find yourself getting more and more empty. This dagger consumes magic. And that's all I'm going to give you for that.
Hmm. Does anything happen if I like do a small slice on my finger?
How many spell slots do you have?
Oh no.
Of which ones?
How highest level spell slots?
Highest level, I have 2 available, and second level
Okay.
Available.
So 2?
available. Yeah,
Right. Okay.
I had third, but I used them in a certain fight.
Oh, that changes things. Cool. So, one of your second level spell slots disappears.
Interesting.
As you cut your hand, you can almost see the magic being drawn from your blood into this blade.
Interesting and a little disturbing.
Gone like spent or gone like
It's gone like spent.
Okay.
Okay. Does the like empty feeling change at all, or is it still an empty feeling when I'm holding the dagger?
That same empty feeling. You
Same.
don't feel connected to magic at all.
Okay.
So it isn't until you put the dagger down that you realize that
Yep.
some of your magic has been taken away.
Okay. Well, I sheath it back in my bag.
Cool. You know the empty spot. You
Yep.
feel more drained.
Very interesting. And then I sleep.
Cool. Anybody else? Last chance? Okay. So, Domikos, during
Yeah.
the night, you have no dreams. Nothing. Garen, you dream that you're walking through a field of flowers and that all of these flowers are turning away from you. Different directions. Just none of them are facing you. And the ground splits open. And a figure starts to crawl from the ground.
I'm gonna try and like hold out my hand to summon produce flame at the ready.
So this figure's about halfway up, like halfway pulling himself out of the crevice, looks up at you, and it's Bereth. Muddy, covered in dirt, with blood running from a gash in his head. He says, "Freedom!" And then you wake up. Kara. You find yourself walking along a cobblestone street at night. You see people milling about in the town square, where there's a person hanged from a post with a sign that says, "Foul magic user."
Does the body look familiar?
Throw an insight check. To you? No. But you feel as if you recognize this body somewhere. You hear a voice. You shouldn't see this. They're only doing this because of the elections coming up. We'll find them. I promise. You turn and see a high elf with dark brown hair that's been pulled back into a ponytail, silvery eyes. He's giving you a reassuring smile, and he has on plate armor. On the armor, right here, is the crown that you've come to recognize as being the Arkmir's sigil. Come on, we've got to get you out of here. We can't have you standing around. Whoever did this might decide that they're big enough to come after you.
Is the armor the same as the guy that stabbed her in previous dreams?
Make an insight check.
God.
Yes.
Oh no.
It's just missing the feathers.
I'm uneasy, but I'll follow him.
So he leads you back to a large state house. God. These attacks are getting worse. Some What do you think about the mage hunters, as they're calling themselves?
Can I even speak in this dream? I'm just gonna. I don't know if I can talk, so I'm just gonna say, why would anyone do this?
Your voice sounds different,
Oh God!
much smoother, with a more Eastern European accent. I don't know. I think they've. Yes, magic in the wrong hands can be unpredictable, but that's why. Fuck. That's why the council's there, right? As long as you're the strong hand leading the council, we should be fine.
Why do you keep sending me messages that aren't meant for me?
Whoops. Just because it does the private message, whatever. So yeah, he's looking at you, clearly waiting for a response.
Well, it's not up to them, is it?
No. Well, kind of. It is an election after all. Let's just hope those council leaders have some goddamn sense. And as he steps up to open the doors, you notice that the dagger is tucked into the back of his belt. And that's when you wake up. And now Zone. You're sitting at home. You hear a knock at the door. And
Yes. Stand up. Just arm on my shoulder. Head over towards the door.
Sure.
Anyone? Anyone around?
So when you open the door, there is your nanny, but she has turned to stone. You can see a rippling gray presence going from her feet, almost cracking the floor as it moves. Sir, is everything all right? I heard a noise. Your butler comes walking up the stairs. The gray makes contact with his shoes and rapidly starts to spread. Sir, what? You need to get out of here. And the gray is coming up. You can see it solidifying, cracking away at his skin as it turns him to stone. A horrified expression permanent on his face.
Does it look like it's coming from anywhere specifically?
Make an investigation check.
Sure.
It's hard to tell, but there seems to be a thin gray line leading from upstairs.
I'm charging upstairs.
So as you run upstairs, following the gray line, charging through rooms, through servants that have turned to statues, You find the gray line is leading you towards your parents' room.
Going in.
You kick open the door and rush in. And one of the lumps in the bed starts to slowly sit up. The sheets start to fall away from the face, and as you can see, the wisps of hair and one bloodshot eye. You wake up in a cold sweat.
Okay.
And it's morning. It is now Donnerstag, the 15th of Maitim, which is midsummer. Everyone wakes up in their rooms.
Damokos gets himself together, having had a great dreamless night's sleep. And heads out to the main part of this inn to get some food and drink.
Sure, so you get a breakfast ale and eggs for about 20 copper.
You know what? I give a silver and say keep the change.
She upgrades you to a better tasting ale.
Awesome.
He's such a great night. He's just feeling generous.
As far as I know, it's the end.
Finally got out of reach of that town. No more weird fucking dreams.
Yep.
That's
I'm doing the same, but I'm sitting away from the bar.
gonna.
You get 20 copper, and she gives you the eggs and breakfast
I
ale.
hand her gold.
You
Oh,
get
fuck.
mutton, eggs, like some bacon, and wine.
I'm fine with that.
Wide awake, staring up at the ceiling.
Do you not sleep?
After that dream,
You know what? That's fair.
holding a druidic focus, as though wooden and metal medallion in one hand, whole night. He's probably going to get up and just shamble his way slowly towards the bar.
So, Damokos, feeling great, looks up and sees Garrett looking just fucked up. Horrible deadhead, eyes a little bloodshot, stumbling into the main inn room.
Garen, are you okay? Had a rough night?
I'm just gonna look at him and then look to the bartender. Just like, I'll take water.
Pours you a wooden cup of water.
Just shakily bring it up to his mouth to drink. Hold it in two hands to steady it.
Good God, man.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Gonna fix my bolo tie into a headband again and gather all my stuff and come out to the main room.
Cool. Garen's a fucking mess.
Not that I
Damako's
care.
trying to get information from him, but Garen just keeps looking at him and drinking water.
Oh no! After that first one, I just let him be. I just
Gotcha.
couldn't resist doing that phrase in the moment.
I'm gonna sit on the other side of Damakos.
Good
Oh,
morning.
it's only now starting to get there. Sorry. Morning. I'm gonna get whatever is probably just bread at this point. Bread and some ale.
It's going to be 10 copper.
I'll hand her the 10 copper.
A single platinum.
I don't think we actually ever like doled the platinums out. Someone's just holding on to them. And if it was, oh, is it you?
It's me.
Garen, it's now Garen.
Yeah, that's all old platinum, too.
Yeah.
Make sure to separate that from the rest of the money in your inventory.
Regular platinum? Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Separate old platinum from new platinum.
It's old money versus new money.
Well, Kara, I spoke with the acquaintance from last night.
Hmm.
And Garen, this does involve you as well. If you're able to focus for like 2 minutes.
Just at a 10, my head slowly turns him.
Why do you look like a dehydrated grape?
I didn't sleep, so I just laid there looking at the ceiling till now.
Yeah, I didn't want to just say raisin though. It was
More
gonna
off.
be
We sound
longer.
fancy.
But I couldn't get it out without laughing. It was gonna be something much longer, but I couldn't get it out without laughing. Hmm. Anyway, what about Zon Von Fancy Pants over there?
You guys look over. He is dining in fucking style.
That knows how to live.
What? Where is his family in the hierarchy?
Both of you throw a history check.
Boom.
Actually, all three of you can throw a history check.
We're all from Moroth now.
Yeah.
Every single fucking one of us.
God damn, Damakos.
Oh.
All right.
and
So,
electric.
Kara,
Hmm.
you know that they're somewhere around your family hierarchy. Damakos and Garen know exactly that their family is 2 families up from the Grey Castles, which is 1 family up from the old days. They're well off. They're well off. They're
well off.
like upper middle tier of nobles. They live in the nice parts of the capital.
Well, what I know, he definitely lives up to your nickname that you gave him, Von Fancy Pants.
Dude's sort of kind of rich.
Yes.
Uh,
Slightly above your family, actually, Kara.
with hair like that, I don't doubt it.
He gets a platinum style haircut every month.
Takes him like 25 minutes each morning just to style it properly.
Just falls that way.
Uh,
Yeah, with a
woke up-
pound of hair gel.
you know what? At least he's not from either family that my brothers have written to me about, so that's fine. Oh, that reminds me.
Heyo.
Is the barmaid there still, or is it someone different?
Camille is still behind the bar.
I'm just gonna very politely get her attention.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you don't get mail here, do you? Like for travelers?
No, we probably have not received mail for you. We do have connections to a courier service if you'd like to send a letter out.
Probably better that I haven't gotten anything, actually.
Why would you get mail here unless you told someone you were going to be here?
My life is weird. My life is weird and things find me.
Look, the courier will be here in 30 minutes. Do you want to send something out or not?
Yeah, I'm gonna pen a quick letter to Vedrick. Actually, I'm gonna pen a quick letter to Florin because she hasn't sent me anything yet.
Let you know of. Okay, cool.
I'll actually write it later.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Florin and Vedrick, actually, now that I think about it, yeah.
What about your other bro?
Casimir only wants to yell at me. He only ever wants to yell at me. So I'm not sending him a letter.
Maybe help the family out and he'll stop yelling.
You know what? I'm on my way home. He doesn't.
You get a letter back and it's in all caps.
He uses my whole name.
Oh, man.
Oh, God, no, don't
Yeah,
send
that's right. That's only howlers. Oh, man. Cool, yeah. So she takes the letters, puts them in a little stack on the bar.
Anyways, Zahn is not sure yet what he is going to do about certain things,
Yeah, neither am I.
but he is just wanting to find answers and asked if he could travel with us as we head back to Moroth, and in return, he may be able to assist in incidents where any unsavory folk may pop up in our path. Also relating to
See, the only problem with that is potentially removing the competition.
So in response to the extra gold you gave for her, she pours you a nice glass of wine and gives it to you. Corks the wine back up and puts it on the shelf behind her.
Thank you.
Look, he's just taking out the competition, which it happens to include ones who laugh. All for it.
The door bangs open, and you
Oh.
guys see the half orc from earlier, who was carrying the hammer, is bringing in a long ladder. With he's not happy at all. Very upset. What's wrong? That fucking smile. I just took it down. Bet it'll be back up tonight. Don't know who the fuck is doing it. And he disappears around the back.
I'm gonna look at Damikos. I think we should leave.
Yeah.
Today. Did Garen respond?
Yeah, he did. He's still in the fucking conversation. You can choose to ignore him all you want.
I've been staring at you two the entire time, just not saying anything.
Like a raisin.
Crazy dreams got a little crazier last night, sleeping here. So I'd like to be back in nature.
Of course. But I told Zahn, not up to my own decision. It's up to you two as well. Especially you, Car.
Don't. Honestly, I'd rather not, but one way or another, he's going to catch up to us, so we might as well just bring him along.
If he tries anything funny, I'll light him on fire.
Our group's solution to everything, apparently.
Children in bushes.
Hence offered to us in peace offerings.
Ogres at first sight.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't trust him, but it's probably better to keep him close by. At least we can keep tabs on one of the people after me. Which is fun.
Again, to reiterate, he is still looking for the information regarding it. Much like you.
Yeah, he also wants to know whether I'm a good person or not, and quite frankly, that fucking varies on who you ask.
Depends on the audience. What'd you say?
No, I would not say that because Kara was not there for that conversation. I'm assuming he's just going to have more questions once he starts traveling with us.
Everyone has questions.
You got that right. Oh. No, I'm not going to ask him in the bar.
Who are you?
No. I was going to ask you why you glow, but not right here.
Oh, yeah, I'm not glowing right now, by the way.
That's good to know. You think they sell B-Rex honey here?
We don't.
Thank you. Well, you want to rehydrate yourself, Lord of the Dead? And then we can get going.
I'll take a loaf of bread and some cheese. Sage.
That's gonna be about 14 copper.
Are you from a Ghibli movie, Garen? You're gonna run away into the forest with a loaf of bread.
And do a stompy run.
It's Bluey tears.
Freedom!
I'll give 14. This is the image now. It's bad.
She gives you a loaf of bread and some cheese.
I think we can go. I just take a big bite of the loaf itself.
It's hardtack bread, which means it's more made to last, so it's not as good as normal bread.
The crunch means it's working.
Oh, God.
The crunch means you're still alive.
Alright, so as we get up, Namagos will go over to Zon.
Good morning.
Good morning. Like you're able to come with us if you'd like.
Fantastic. I am all ready to go whenever you all are.
Which would be now if you're done with your glass of wine.
Yes.
All right. Just know that you will be watched, of course.
Of course, I would have it no other way.
All right.
I love how you guys are shitting on him for being wealthy when you guys' families are also in the upper middle class of nobility.
Yeah, but
Mine
he's
aren't.
more wealthy.
I literally I rolled random personality traits, and Kara's personality trait is, despite my noble birth, I do not place myself above other folk. So I'm also lower than both of them. So, fuck you.
And poor Garrett's just a fucking soldier near the lower end.
He's also actually, I don't know how old Zon is. Or Damocles, for that matter.
You don't know how old
Zon's
anyway.
ancient.
Zon's actually 242 years old.
Jesus.
Still young.
No, that's barely an old. That's like middle-aged.
242 years young.
So you guys head outside?
I am waiting for them all to leave, and I am following.
Yep.
Not suspicious at all. Great. That's how normal parties travel together.
So everyone exits, and they see the large statue of Gerard with the missing right hand, minus a smile on his face, and the hay cart, which is... Somebody make a perception check.
Sure.
It's moved.
Of course it has.
Yeah. Where'd it move to? Is it gone or?
No, it's like a few feet north of where it was before.
Like, just shuffled aside so that a ladder could get up there? Or
No.
like, oh, that's great.
Because it's on the side of the statue. The ladder would have been put on the chest in the front.
I'm gonna. So the cart moved. Did we care or should we go?
What moved?
And I'm just gonna take a bite of the cheese and shove that into my pack along with the bread.
Cart did, Zon.
The one without wheels?
Yeah.
Things without wheels can still move.
I'm gonna go over towards the cart.
Sure, make an investigation check.
We are things without wheels that can move.
Eh.
Damn,
So,
put it away.
so
So you
hopping
can
off
see
left and right.
there are
Jesus.
tracks, and on closer investigation, it looks like this thing can be moved on a easier. Like there are scrapes in the dust where this cart has been moved back and forth, and it looks like this cart can be moved either forward more or back more. Back a lot more.
Where does it lead like it would go if it would go back a lot more?
It looks like so here's the front of the statue. It's at the side. It looks like it can either go here or in the back.
Okay.
Under the statue, Morgan.
Well, I guess this isn't very interesting after all. Maybe I'm a little paranoid. Are we off then?
Garen's just gonna start walking towards the road.
I'll follow.
You're only gonna stop once he reaches the road and turns around to see if the others are actually following.
I am a little suspicious of the cart, but I'm just gonna follow Damokos.
I am in the rear right now.
All right. So you guys head off towards the road, leaving the outpost and the mystery of the moving cart. And
The cart. Fine. It won't come back to haunt us.
I won't. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's
So
fine.
you-
Cart is a bounty hunter.
No!
Mimic.
Everything's a mimic.
A mimic bounty hunter.
Who knows?
Gave Morgan an idea.
That one's free. You can have that one.
I will never touch anything ever again.
You're touching a lot of things right now.
Yeah, I know, that's why.
All right, so you guys start heading down on the road, and I think that's where we're going to end this session tonight.
Buddy.
Thank you guys for tuning in to FetchQuest. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next time.